Hello everyone. This is Kiran Idupkanti from reWireByAutomation. So uh, I'm coming up with one important topic, that is empowering mid-career professionals, shift from functional roles to automation excellence. Uh, this is one of my core agenda of reWireByAutomation objectives, and this session, based on my 2 decades of experience, and I have derived this session, and I came up with a short program which talks about empowering the workforce, targeting to the uh, career professionals who really uh, transform from functional to automation. So during my course of 2 decades journey, I experienced many of the workforce at various levels, and I have done some kind of research on the workforce, based on the uh, based on their experience, and how they are taking the uh, how they are taking the technology transformation, and how they are involving into their day-to-day role. So based on that, automation is one of the key component uh, in the life of QA professional. So hence I came up with this topic so that it will be helpful to the workforce who are really wanted to learn automation and scale up in the domain, so that they will be in line with the latest the technology, uh, the latest trends which currently on the ground, so that they can easily catch up. For example, AI currently is running in the field. Okay, so keeping that in view, so I have designed few slides, and uh, I'm going to give valuable information, so that it will be helpful to the uh, who really wanted to start their journey in the automation side. Okay, so with that context, I'm moving ahead with this topic. And before getting into details, this is derived based on uh, experience, and I'm and based on my observations, I came up with this session. And also, I'm just naming it as the journey that redefines. Okay, so any professional after 2 or 3 years, so there might be inst- uh, instances where professionals may struck up, and they might be looking for the right guidance. Okay, so hopefully this association going to uh, uh, going to give immense help for them, so that they can start their journey. Okay, let's move ahead. So this is the short program that I came up with. One is to begin with, start why I'm doing this one, and what is the reasons behind to putting this particular program. And the next is the target professionals. Who are the target professionals that I'm going to um, focus over here? and followed by the state of reality. So currently, specific team, specific professionals who are at at what level they are, whether they are at the zero or medium or high. So the state of reality one should understand. So I just wanted to give few inputs over there before they are ready to transform. And way to transformation, I'm going to give two paths so that workforce can focus those lines. Okay, and then I'm going to give the importance of CJOT, that is continuous transformation journey of continuous transformation. You might have heard about continuous integration and continuous delivery and deployment, right? Similar kind of thing that we have to adopt over here. So during our day-to-day career progression. Okay, and finally, scale up. How the scale up will be maintained. I wanted to give inputs over here in this particular section. Okay, let's move ahead. Yeah, I have derived this one based on my experience, based on the workforce that I have come across during 2 decades of the tenure, and also I have referred few research forums and just got an idea. Okay, what is the level of the workforce? So this is based on my experience. 60% of QA workforce needs transformation. Okay, out of 100%, I'm taking the 60%. They need transformation. Okay, so what are those? Why it is? And that I'm going to give you inputs. Okay. So as on today, functional skills are equally important. There is no room for fallback. Though we are implementing a seamless advanced technologies and having the automation in place and introducing advanced tools, but there is a room, there is a scope for functional. So I'm not putting any zero over there to ground the functional. It should be there to uh, to support various releases or various activities during day-to-day operations specific to the enterprise. Okay, I'm not making any statement over here to zero the functional. It's important, it should exist, and it has its own the boundary uh, to support the enterprise releases. Okay, at the same time, we have to cultivate the automation and move on. Okay, so why we are looking for mm, uh, functional to the automation scale up. Okay, yes, there is a industry needs, market needs. Okay, and customer needs. Customers has uh, various kind of expectations based on their you know um, enterprise release model and enterprise product releases and enterprise enterprise applications that they have. Okay, so they demands based on their strategies. Okay, and apart from the customer, in coming to the organization, suppose I'm talking about the service oriented organizations, because they do support various technologies and various types of testing services, and so in order to support, they have their own strategies. Okay, so those strategies demands uh, diversified skills in the automation side. Okay, so overall it is accumulating to the multi-talented skills and technical skills. Okay, so as on today, 90% of the customers are looking for the multi-talented skills in a one person. Okay, at least they are expecting minimum two tools, two languages, and other technologies that they are expecting uh, from the QA workforce side. At the same time, the market and the industry uh, turn in such a direction where they're expecting highly technical skills from the QA side, which is as equal as development teams. Okay, hence there is a need and there is a lot of focus on the automation skill at the same time multi. Okay, so what we are saying is, above all, one should be prepared to adapt to technology trends as the journey progresses. Okay, so yeah, we have functional, we have automation, but at the same time, we are seeing the massive changes year on year in the technology side, and every decade evidence the transformation. So we as a workforce, part of this journey, need to align with these changes and move on. Okay, so that's the reason there is a need to support workforce in all the ways to bring them into the technical line. Okay, so with that uh, intention in mind, I came up with 2 points. So what are the QA professionals that I'm targeting over here? I said 60%. Okay, what are those 60%? So we have, uh, for example, out of 100%, 40% are totally, you know, mm, in line with the automation trends and they are good in their part. But remaining 60%, that area that we need to focus and understand, categorize, and we need to strategize in such a way that these people should be transformed and aligned with the mm, demands. Okay, so now we have 10%. For example, out of 16, there is a 10%. This set of people are not at all interested to adopt any of the tools. Rather, they are very keen on the understanding the business of the particular product or applications or business domain and the test. When I say business domain, it might be a Salesforce, SAP, Oracle, package-based applications like that. They are more in line towards to learning those kind of domain and business skills. Okay, so instead of focusing on the automation side, which they are not at all interested, rather they focus on the those areas. So we are not touching these people. Okay, remaining people we need to categorize so that we can empower the workforce and we can align them to the customer, organization, and the market standards. I am calling out this as a dark zone. Okay, calling out this as a dark zone. So here, these people, this zone of people, 30% interested, but unsure how to proceed. Okay, okay, they wanted to start, but they are not sure how to proceed. There are 30% people out of 30% people are there. Okay, so why this the on which area this 30% is fall under? So they have lack of understanding and lack of visibility regarding it, and not sure which tools and technologies to be carried on, to be trained on. Because see in the ground, if you see there are multi uh, vendor tools in any of the technologies. Okay, commercial side, multi tools are there, and open source side, multi languages and multi frameworks are there. And if you talk about web services, multi tools are there. So they're not sure which one to be is the priority and which one is most needed. Okay, so that's the area we need to catch and train these 30% people. Okay, we need to put them on the right direction so that we'll get the positive outcome. So these the 30%. So they are in a very dark zone. Okay, they are not started it, but they are interested, not started it, and they do not have any idea on the what exactly the organization or customer needs. Okay, so this is the area where I wanted to empower the team and whatever the sessions coming from my end to support these people, whether it could be a tools and technology, process wise, or how to quickly align with the automation technologies and quickly get trained, how to get practice, those kind of things. So that's my prime area of focus. Okay, and the next is I named it as a variable 20% interested. Okay, but the efforts but the efforts are not in the right direction. They already started the training and everything, but that is not in the right direction. Okay, so there may be a various reasons. Okay, so these people need a special guidance, coach, and mentorship so that they can align with uh, the need. So lack of guidance to find the right path, though they have some knowledge, they have started something, but they are not in the right direction. Okay, so ultimately they are not uh, getting the intended result. They are not reaching the transformation that the organization is expecting, or someone customer is expecting. So this set of John need a specific consultation and guidance from the expert judgment. Okay, so this is another area where I wanted to scale up this particular zone and give my share my experiences, support these people in their journey. Okay, so out of 60%, so 50% is the one where needs a real transformation, who are really interested, and who are take this path along with their functional experience and to meet the customer as well as organization needs. Okay, moving ahead, the next is the state of reality. Hey, so anything, if at all we wanted to start something, so first we need to understand where are we. Okay, where are we? What are the assets? What are the strength I have? What are the weakness I have? And what is the sources I have? What is the assets I have? So that comes under this state of reality picture. Okay. So workforce to focus. There are two areas that I'm going to give over here. They need to focus under state of reality. The next so that is holistic outlook. So we need to look at a high level overall picture. We need to look at the overall picture. It's not at the granular level. Overall, what exactly it is that we need to, so one should cultivate this skill to look a thing in a overall perspective, not within your boundary. You need to go beyond and look at the overall picture. Then you will understand what the real picture is. Okay. See here. What I given in the holistic outlook, gain insights into market and industry trends within the domain. Suppose you are specific to one domain. Okay. What is happening? What is happening in the market? What are the trends are happening? How the customers are taking that into in their day-to-day execution. Okay. We should have some idea on that. Okay. And comprehend customer demands, areas of interest, expectations, roadmap for the year. So here, what I wanted to say is every customer. Suppose you're working for one particular customer, that customer has kind of a roadmap for each development side, QA and operational and release side. They have their own targets. Okay, so in the technology adoption, the process adoption, and the delivery improvement. So, so every customer has their own goals for every year. While defining their goals, they tend to mention the set of tools and technologies. So if you're working for a particular customer, it is good to understand from the customer point of view what they are expecting from the workforce side. That is one area that you need to focus. And the second one is, the third one is here, understand the organization demands and direction regarding tools and technologies. Here, two things here. We have service-oriented organization and product-based organizations. Okay. So in the service-oriented organizations, they have diversified the services. They support diversified applications. Okay, they support n number of applications. Okay, for that, for them they need uh, multi skills or domain experts and experts in particular technology, like that. That kind of based on their history of the demands and forecast the upcoming demands also, they'll come up with a demands on the the skills are needed for the particular quarter or particular year. They came up with a list of technology tools and technologies. That is one way. Okay. And when coming to the product based is as purely the focused on the specific the technologies. So whoever is working on the product based organizations, they can get insights from their organizations based on the yearly the targets or quarterly targets. So in that one they can get those insights. So this is the overall holistic view that one has to look at. So we need to, might be a this might be a may not be knowing by the the professionals who started the journey, or who just crossed the 3 years. They may not have such outlook to look at overall, but it needed that to understand what exactly the market needs, customer and organization needs. Okay, so that we can better align our interest. Okay. Subject to output. Subject to output is primarily focused on an individual perspective. Okay, where are you as on today? That is the main focus that one should understand. The first point is reflect on your work experience, list out your thoughts in the following. Okay, I have given you few pointers for here. Okay, you have certain experience. Okay, you have 8 years of experience and you have come across with the the functional, and you exposed on the various domains business knowledge. Okay, either it is a retail, banking, or insurance, those kind of domain knowledge you have. Yeah, that is the core knowledge that, but you wanted to expand your knowledge in the technical side as well. So you need to understand where are you. That is one thing. Or else, if you started some journey, and you need to understand at what level you are on the particular tools and technologies. Those kind of areas that you need to look yourself. You are the one person to give the right inputs to the consult team, so that you will get the right direction. So, in order to give those inputs, you need to come up with a certain area, certain points. One is identify your area of interest. Suppose you came from the functional, but what is exactly your area of interest? You wanted to go with any kind of you know the the language with open source side, or you wanted to go with the commercial side. So that kind of area of interest that you need to find out. Okay, so that is one area. And acknowledge your experience and skills. That means you have something. Okay, suppose you have started something, and but you do not have uh, you do not have the scope to move forward. Okay, you're stuck over there, and you totally confused. So so in such state, you need to understand, okay, how much you completed, in what way. That is one thing. Second thing is the third. Okay, recognize gaps in your scope. Okay, you have boundary is there, you have scope is there, you know what are the tools, and in the tools also you should be in a position to understand what is your scope. You cannot learn all at once. Okay, you should understand what is needed. That is first out of the scope. Okay, do you have insights into the current demands? Apart from that one, you just find out what are the current demands. Suppose you are working with a particular customer, and you need to find out what that customer is looking for. Might be after 6 months, might be after 3 months. So just draw that information, so that prepare yourself and accordingly align your training and then get ready. That's how it is. Okay, so and then open to conversation with experienced professionals, ready to consider suggestions for growth. Okay, so here what you have to do is you need to understand. Uh, one second. So here, do you have any insights into the current demands? Okay, that is one thing. Open the conversation with the experienced professionals. Okay, experience ready to consider the experienced professionals and ready to consider the suggestions for growth. Okay, sometimes people, they are very hesitant to consult the people, experts. Okay, so we need to come out of that state, and we should be open to talk with the experience or whoever is you are relying. So that you'll get the right inputs. That is one way that you need to do it. Second one is, are you really interested in build and transform? So if you are really interested, then only you need to start this journey. Otherwise, you need to choose different way which is aligned to you. Okay, and ready to embrace automation journey. Automation journey is not just learn and grow. No, it's a continuous. Okay, You need to follow certain process. You need to follow certain guidelines so that you'll be in the right direction. You can catch whatever the intended result within the stipulated time. So that's why you should get ready to take this journey. Okay. So this is what I just wanted to give a gist to the workforce. Hey, before starting, just understand your state of reality. Where are you? Understand your interest. Are you really taking to the ready to take this journey, or by force you are taking this journey? Because we have a number of opportunities. Automation is not the only one scope. We have different domains. If you're good in domain, okay, choose that line, be master. Okay. Or else you have a master but you wanted to start this one, and you wanted to add the skills to your existing domain skills, then definitely it is a supercharge. I would say it's a square. Okay. So power square we would say. Okay. So that means you have power square skills. That means you have multi. So you have business and you have technical. That means you're supercharged. Okay. So that's about the holistic view and subjective outlook. Moving ahead, as I said, there are two zones. One is dark zone. Second one is the variable zone. So dark zone is the force have not started it. They're totally confused and they do not have any uh, vision, or they do not have any insights to start this particular journey. Okay. So this is where I'm going to give certain inputs. Okay. To start this journey, you should have state of reality. As I said, as I explained in the previous, so you need to understand where are you, what do you want to do it. Okay. That is the your prerequisite to transform this. Okay. I came up with the three stages where that talks about consult, plan, and action. Okay. I think naming, by name, you might have understood consult means talk, experts, meet experts, plan. That is you are doing in your day-to-day activities, professional activities. That is, and the action. What is your uh, that practical oriented activities. Okay, whatever the consult, whatever the plan, and the subsequent actions. Okay, that is called CPA. So I have given certain inputs over here. Okay, step towards the automation journey. This is the first step. Key to understand the logical thinking. So before you starting, this journey needs a logical thinking. At certain point of time, you have to code. Okay, you have to do you have to build some reusable component, so that will support in all the ways. So to build that component, you need to have a logical thinking. Okay, that you need to understand that and adopt an automation mindset. Okay, so you should have an automation mindset. When I say automation means, just think, hey, so if I give certain inputs automatically, how it is, so, the process. You have a set of records. How I can display those set of records one by one automatically. So you need to think. So you have to think for every the requirement that coming in your way. It's a journey. It's come by experience, and the more you involve, the more you get. Easily, the thoughts will come. Okay, the thoughts will be generated only based on your workouts. Suppose today you worked on one particular challenge, and tomorrow this challenge, the learn The learnings that you captured out of this particular challenge will be given the new thoughts in the next challenge, and you will come up with a new solution, innovative solution. Okay, so that's kind of a mindset we need to adopt. And whatever, something you wanted to start now, so first you have to focus on your scope. Okay, suppose today I wanted to start one particular tool. In that one there is a scope. Yes, first basic, next one is advanced, and third one is some other stage. So like that, first you need to draw your scope. Okay, so that that kind of attitude you need to come up with. Choose tools and technology align with your interest. Okay, so and fit to the need, fit to the customer organization. So these are all the inputs you need to gather, and talk with your experts, talk with your consultant, talk with your mentor, your whoever is the coach, or whoever is your senior with you. Just based on these inputs, talk with them and understand and align with your interest. Okay, so once you are ready with one particular tool based on your interest, suppose, or you're working for one customer so long, but he needs some experts down the line next next 2 quarters. So that means the tool is information is already available, and you're going to work on that particular tool as well. That means the information is very straightforward. Now you need to draw your scope. So at what level you want first? Because since you are a beginner, so you need to first start with the basic and then advanced and then more advanced. Okay, like that you need to draw a scope. Okay, and then you need to align with your need and the customer and organization as well. So whatever the information you gathered in this particular stage will be helpful to plan, to build a sound plan, so that it will be give the results in the action stage. Okay, so what is the plan? That my experience and my point of view, I'm going to give you a, hey, let's start whatever the learning that you are going to start in your agile model. Okay, and I think everyone knows what is agile and how it is run, and what are the uh, iterative model, and how we are making that progress um, in the uh, enterprise releases, right? Similar fashion, if we can adopt that agile model in our learning, definitely we are going to get the positive results. Okay, so this is my experience and this is my way of learning any of the new technology. Okay, so one is, so set up a plan to agile model, adapt incremental approach to complete learning. So incremental approach, slowly, yeah. So that incremental approach, how it will be? Okay, first start with the basics, simple, and then high, medium, and high, like that. You need to have its stages, so that it will be that particular tool will comes and come under your control. Okay, and then a plan should list outputs and include periodic self reviews. Sometimes, most of the 90% folks workforce do not have such things. Okay, if they have, we are good. If they do not have, then so that will not give any results. Okay, so and then, so adapt the plan as needed. The complete the training based on the availability of the suitable hours. So we need to change. Okay, sometimes this week we may have, next week we may not have. So we should be in a position to adjust and take the journey move forward. We should not stop. Okay, price source to receive the training. So there are a number of, suppose your tool is one particular tool and technology. So you have your organization is providing or your customer is providing. You have to choose right, or else you may have to take. third party sources, right? Those things that you need to look at carefully. And then next is incorporate schedules for workouts, capstone projects implementation. This is where 90% of the workforce fails for here. Hey, people will say, workforce will say, yeah, I completed training, I've completed training. But whether the training is really transforms to a fruitful, practical oriented skills, no. Okay. At this point, my suggestion is um, try to understand what are the different uh, the challenges that you can derive in a code point of view. That is one thing. And then find out the projects that you can self-develop the scripts from your end, so that it will give the whatever you learn, it will give the practical insights. Okay, but here that the stage is not happening over here. That has to be done. That has to be followed post your training is completed. Okay, so uh, one should care about this the particular piece after completion of the training. And the next is the plan, how the action. Okay, you have consulted, you have gathered inputs, and you got some plan, very short plan, very nice and beautiful plan. And then the next third stage is action. Okay, so what is the action? Again, adhere to the designed agile based plan. We need to be adhere to that one. If it is a 4 weeks and 2 weeks, 2 weeks, that you need to. Okay, and start with a bottom up approach. Okay, so I think in the future sessions also I'm going to come up with how to learn the tools in quicker way. There are various the methods. So one of the approach is bottom up. Okay, so here the tool has to be divided into a different components. Okay, there are various stages to learn the tool. For example, one of the stages, um, locating the elements in the application. That is one stage, one component, if you ask me. Okay, so and the next is the what are the different methods involved in that particular map in the particular tool. That is one component. What are the how do we generate the reports? Reports is the another component. Like this, you need to divide the tool into in a different components and start learning. That's we call it as a I call it as a bottom approach. So that kind of approach we need to start. Adopt component based learning approach. Okay, component based. As I said, different components. That component based approach we need to. And once you adopt that process, we need to follow a technical chunking where the particular component is divided into the different small parts. Okay, so quickly you can learn and adapt to the that particular tool. Okay, and then tailor it to personal and professional growth. Once you learn, right? So just try to understand what are the things. Suppose in the professional, when I say, so in the customer needs, how you can put align that into the customer the needs, the learning into the customer needs that you need to. Okay, and then the journey continues until you are proficient in a single tool. Okay, I'm talking about the dark zone people. First, they need to focus on particular tool and technology, and then so it may not come in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Definitely, for a new person who started learning the tool, it will take minimum 3 months. Okay, so first they need to understand the automation, the basics, and then tool details, and then each component. they need to do practice, then only they will get the complete the the capstone projects. Then they should be in a position to uh, handle particular assignments. So it may take 3 months to master. Okay, transform this into a case study for adapting multiple skills. Okay, suppose in this year you learn and you are working on that particular assignment using this particular tool. Now it's a time to now you come to the automation journey, and you know all these things, and you got a 1 year of experience. The next is you need to start another tool. Okay, so whatever the learning, the techniques they are applied, then definitely it will be helpful to learn another new tool quickly, so that you will adapt the multiple technical skills. Okay, so this is the CPA for the dark joiner workforce who have not started any automation, and they can start with these inputs. Okay, so this is about the dark zone. And when coming to the variable zone, where the people already started, but there is a certain direction is needed, support is needed, consultation is needed. Okay, as a prerequisite state of reality, as I told you, so you need to understand where are you, and at what level you are on particular tools and technologies. Okay, based on that one, you need to derive the plan and then take the action. As I said, same formula you need to follow: consult, plan, and action. Okay, so like your actual inputs are necessary for successful consultation. Okay, so suppose you are approaching somebody, okay, your mentor. Okay, so you have to go with the actual inputs. Where are you? What you are feeling, and at what level you are. Okay, and then so you need to, again, suppose you have learned, but you stop that, but again you want to start. You need to start with appropriate guidance. That one. Consult all types of automation requirements. Consult an organization customer demands. Suppose you learn, but you wanted to restart again. Before restarting, understand where are you and what your customer and organization needs. Based on that one, again choose the tool and start the journey. Okay. Again, uh, plan is mandatory. That should be in the agile model. Okay. Address gaps. Suppose already you learn the tool, but there is a lot of the gap and you're not at all satisfied and you're not confident. Okay, you take the same tool. Okay, but you yourself has to give the inputs and put those into the plan. Those gaps you need to understand and put it into the plan for your next course of action. Okay, so you need to derive the scope and translate again you should not miss over here. This is the second time you are starting. Okay, now what, suppose you have taken the 4 weeks, next 4 weeks you need to put a schedule to complete workouts and capstone projects. Okay, so without that one, whatever the tools, whatever the learning, again the effort you put, that will not give good result. You must include those plans, those workouts plans into the your schedules. And then again, the sources for the training is mandatory that you need to, and the practices adapt. The practices keep pace with the updates on the training to technologies. See, every 3 months and every 6 months, whatever the techno open source that you learn, but it is keep on changing. But you are the person to adapt to the change. Okay, you need to understand those changes and implement at your end. Okay, and so whenever any the new features are added, so you should not wait for somebody to prepare something. So you are the person to get hands on the particular updates and keep ready yourself. Okay, then you will get experience and you will get confident and adapt to practicing in the knowledge sharing sessions. Yes, you have knowledge and might be sometimes you may not be assigned to that particular tool. In such case, there is another opportunity. Might be in your organization you can involve in knowledge share sessions or any training sessions. You can conduct the training into the various newcomers into this field, into this domain that you can adapt. Then take steps to master this tool and technology. Yeah, you have to. So once you started and you have completed and you got some experience and it's time to master. Okay, and then final and then next scale up comes next. Okay, you started, you are getting experience. What next? You need to know the advanced and then you need to scale up. Okay, so that's how it is. Okay, so here the key is you have to make your trainings into the practical insights. Okay, so this is about the two zones that I derived based on my experience. Okay, and then how we can continue this journey. Okay, so there are three components that I visualized. One is tools and technology. The second one is process oriented mindset. The third one is accept change mindset. Okay, these are the three components that support your continuous transformation. Okay, so don't stop there. Okay, you have started and you are in the right direction, but don't stop there. You have to continue further. Okay, there are various ways. Things like acquire skills in the using the tool. Acquire skills in using the tool. Understand all components of the tool that are utilized development. Okay, you have started basic, but you have to continue to learn more in depth on the particular tool. That's we call it as advanced and more advanced. Okay, so suppose you have learned this tool, but unfortunately you do not have that assignment to start work on the particular tool. So what is alternate? So you just look for the various options. Okay, sometimes you may not have in your project, you may not have that particular tool availability, but while working on the project, and you can look for other options to continue your knowledge and to have a to gain your experience. Like you can develop assets and share to the others, and training you can conduct the trainings. You can coach who are is recently started on that particular tool. Okay, or else based on the latest trend, the latest updates on particular technology, you may come up with some write-ups. You can publish it. Okay, so that way it will keep intact the technology in your control. And in case, suppose in your organizations, you might have some tech talks or some kind of insight sessions. So you just involve and bring up, latest insights. Okay, that is one thing. Then coming to the process-oriented mindset. Generally, the automation, mostly in the technical, they don't follow any kind of the process. As on today, your work is being done, you are doing the deliverable, fine. But when things come, when the assets are very piled up and you have huge assets are available and there is no proper management of those assets and you're not following any standards, developing the scripts. at one point of time you will face the difficult. Suppose a tool needs a lot of updates based on the release we have got into the particular tool. In such case, if you are not following proper standards, maintaining the components or developing those components, then you will find the difficulty. You will have to put a lot of effort to make those scripts into your operational. That is one thing. And then might be you are not following the standard or procedure to have a traceability of the requirements to the uh, cases or feature files or your uh, reports or stub definitions. You do not have any track. So as of today, if I ask one particular application, how many percent is the automation is the manual? If you're not able to tell, then you're not following any certain processes. So thus, I'm calling it as a process mindset. Okay, so that you need to cultivate and then develop a phased approach. You have to mindset. Suppose in your automation, you are the only one person, and your customers to do that one. But you should not give entire. You should not commit to a entire thing at once. Stage by stage, of phased manner. Hey, this I am taking. This is my approach in a phase wise. That you need to give the confidence. Okay, then only the journey will go effective, and you will see the positive results, and you will see the good ROI. Okay, so start small and grow big. Okay, so in your case also, while you are learning, start small and grow big. Okay, that you know to technical delivery through the process integration activities. So in your delivery also, as I said, you need to adapt, follow the certain process so that all the things are under your control. Tomorrow, if someone asks, like, how much percentage is completed, how much percentage is, left over, those kind of things is you can easily derive quick seconds. And then accept change mindset. Okay, so we are having the changes, yearly changes are there, and transformation is a decade. Every decade we are seeing. If you see 2 decades back, only functional. After that, one automation. After that, automation. Next decade, we have seen the RPA, robotic process. Okay, and the in the next now current decade we are seeing is the AI. Okay, like this. So tomorrow, after decade, something will come. Okay, so we need to adapt. We need to um, realize that change, accept, and we need to take on. Okay, so there are various ways. Okay, so first, based on the need, scope, and then you plan and absorb and implement. Then the things are in our control, and you are in line with the market. Okay, so this is a continuous. This is a journey which never ends as long as you are in this domain. Okay, so these are the few pointers that I wanted to give out of this slide. And then next, scale up. How the scale up will happen? Okay, you have something and you conduct a training and you got, but how? Scale up means, I mean, one one level to the reaching to the next stage, one stage to reaching to the next stage. That we have to transform, right? That's called it as a transformation, right? So how? So here my pointers in the existing. So in this one, enhance your current role. So by having the training and empower your automation mindset. So since you started the journey, you have to empower and adapt to the automation soft skills. So not only technical skills, automation soft skills. There are five skills that I have already delivered in my previous sessions. You can go to my channel and find out the sessions. It's about 45 minutes. The session you can find out. Okay, so definitely it will boost uh, your skills, and you can be more confident if you have those skills. Okay, and whatever the tool that you have, you become a pro. Okay, so to make one stage to next stage to scale up, you have to be uh, become a pro. Okay, and the next is new. Okay, so let your worker speak. Okay, suppose you have you got experience, and you're going to learn new tool, and whatever the experience, the work that you did, right, it will come into picture automatically. Okay, that will help you to learn new tools easily. Stay on top of the latest updates for the acquired tools. Okay, that is one of the key important that you have to make. uh, you need to make it habit habit. Okay, so embrace new tools and technologies. Yes, you have to be ready to take new tools and technologies once you get experience on the one particular tool, and then maintain multi, at least minimum of two tools and two technologies that you have to be ready as, because that is the demand that customer expects. Every organization expects like that. So just list out what are the tools and technologies that customer. Out of that one, just choose two and make perfect. Okay. And then finally, it's not only learning, not only for organization, from the professional side that you have to look into it. Okay. So you have to be make a nice resume, and you have to be prepared, and then it's time to sell yourself. Okay. And then, so once you're going for the new opportunities, there your experience will speak. Okay, you are not going to speak, your experience. That means what are the workouts, the trainings that you did it, and the capstone projects, and the experience that you had, that will speak. Okay, and last, and uh, and again, CGO, it is the final, and there is no end for that. That you have to continue. Embrace the continuous journey of the transformation. Okay, by having all, definitely whoever is having the functional experience have have zeal to work and put the best efforts, that definitely they will be transformed to the automation side. I've seen the people who really transform to the automation side from functional within 1 year of time. It is possible. Okay, so but there are various ways. So sometimes people will think that automation needs coding. Yes, that is the basic. But now the tools are transformed, so sophisticated that uh, we are seeing the no code less code tools. That means open source will demand more technical, and commercial came up with the so sophisticated methodologies where we don't need any coding skills. Okay, so you choose according to your level of technical skills, choose the tools, align with your interest, align with the needs, and then do. Okay, so that's how we can the scale up. And finally, so we came to a conclusion. I wanted to give whatever the information that I have given, I wanted to correlate with one technique so that it will be helpful to you. So smart. I think every organization, most of the organizations following this one. Okay, it's a uh, goal set technique, that is a smart, specific, measurable. achievable, relevant, and time bound. So, the tools that we are going to learn, right? I'm not talking about our goal setting of the year. I'm talking about the particular tool, how we can, align with this particular technique. Okay. So, let's see. Specific. You are going to learn one particular tool. You have to be more specific to that one. Bound to one first and establish boundaries. Okay. You are choosing one tool and you need to set the boundaries. Okay, at what level you wanted to first to take on. Okay, adapt, self check, that comes under the measurable. Okay, so you need to be self check yourself. See, no one is going to check with you. You are the one person to monitor, and you are the one person to justify yourself, and you are the person to get the benefit at the end. Okay, that is one thing. Next thing is quantify hours and workouts. Yeah, you are reviewing after every 2 weeks and just say how many hours you spent and what are the workouts you did it. Workout means your practice, your practical insights. Okay. And the next one is achievable. Okay. Adapt iterative learning. Okay. Whatever the tool that you have chosen is that should be achievable. The how? What is the technique that you need to follow? Iterative learning. Keep on learning that one. Suppose 1 month you have allocated 40 hours. Somehow other priorities you may not have those hours, but in the next month you have to be more iterative on that one. Suppose one particular component is not in control. Again, you need to do iterative, for that component. Okay, that kind of approach you need to, and then adaptive chunking technique. As I told you, chunking technique means you have to uh, separate that particular component into a small parts and learn. That's called chunking. That you need to adapt so that you will be in a position to get that particular component and come up with the full knowledge. And then relevant. Okay, align with needs and demands. Whatever the suppose you have learned the tool, but how that will be aligned to the need and demands. Okay, that you need to. So there are various ways that customer may expect, so you need to understand those various ways and get ready and tweak the scope and prioritize. Suppose you have learned something very basic, but that is not up to the standards of needs and demands, then you need to tweak the scope and prioritize it and learn. Okay, and then next one is time bound. Okay, so you have to have here, okay, 1 month, make it as a 1 month, and that one phased approach you follow. Hey, first week one, this one, week two, this one, week three, this one, week four, this one. The kind of approach that you need to adapt. Otherwise, it is very difficult to complete any of the learning. And then incorporate an interim milestones. What are the plan you have, right? You need to put a milestones. Hey, 2 weeks I wanted to complete. So that you need to adapt over here. Okay. And then finally, so we do most things plan. That's very easy. And then we can start. But commence implementation easy. That also we will do it. Later on what? It will be uh, stopped only. Okay. Because of some other priorities and etc. So that we have to, ratio and take this step forward. Okay. Implementation can pose challenges along the journey. Yes, there is a challenges are there. Yes, sometimes 1 week you may have, second week you may not have, but you need to cover whatever the first week you have planned, right? In the second week you need to cover. So that kind of attitude you need to. But don't stop. Apply CPA and SMART principles. CPA means consult, plan, and action that you need to, and then SMART you need to. Okay. So there are various ways to adapt. to automation, the right consultation can steer the journey towards a positive outcome. Okay, so various ways to adapt to automation, and then so you have to find out the right mentor, right expert, uh, to understand your needs, to understand your level of knowledge in the automation side, and review your plan, and uh, give you guidance throughout the journey. Then definitely you will see the positive results. Okay. And finally, above all, rewire and CJOT. CJOT. Rewire means transform. Okay. Change. Restart. Reform. Reconstruct. Rebuild. Okay. And then do a continuous. Okay. So this this all about empowering the workplace. I just wanted to give a few inputs to the functional workforce so that they can start their journey in the automation side. Okay, so that's all I have from this session side. So I have given prior to this session I have given automation soft skills as well. You can refer from my on the channel at reWireByAutomation. Okay. Um, Now, in the as a pipeline topic, I'm just giving you input. I'm coming up with another topic, open source and commercial, and how we can learn those tools, uh, and what are the tools, the prime tools are needed for the workforce based on the 2 decades of the journey we had seen across the industries. Okay. So thanks for watching this session, and if you like it, you can subscribe me so that I can put more videos on this path. Okay. Thank you very much from Rewire by Automation.